So this book I told you about, this Story Bites. I thought really a story from Story Bites. This is again very well researched, thoroughly researched stories, many with the Rebbe, but not all of them. So he writes this for the general public. Excuse me, it's written in English and so. Okay, so the synagogue, the shul at 770 Eastern Parkway headquarters of the Lubavitch movement was never beautiful. The simple benches, worn tile floors, and unadorned lighting had been constant since the building was purchased in 1941 by the Frierdiker Rebbe. Somebody once asked Chassidic, Lubavitch World Headquarters could use a facelift. So Chassidic answers, you don't expect a boiler room, doesn't bring it here, but a boiler room to be beautiful. This is the boiler room that animates the Lubavitch. Yet it serves as bringing warmth, vitality. Yet it serves an essential function. Continuing the boiler room. It's not beautiful, yet it serves an essential function without which the larger structure would be uninhabitable. This is he's quoting Chassidic. Similarly, he concluded to the questioner, the Torah study and good deeds performed in this unpretentious building deliver light and warmth across the globe. So, intro to the story. Still, the unpolished atmosphere in the sanctuary sometimes led people to treat it with disrespect. Rebbe, however, never forgot that a shul must be a dignified, clean place, and he would personally pick up papers from the floor. And he walked in, and if it was out of his reach, he'd point them to others only when he couldn't reach them himself. Okay, eventually we got the message, and this is like the earlier days. So one Shabbos in the spring of 1961, so the Rebbe said a Maimon Shabbos there on the Mishnah Pirkei Avos, which says that we should judge others favorably. So the Rebbe asked, does it matter what we think privately about another person? Hashem knows who's right. What's the difference if I judge them favorably or not? Who are you? You made a mistake. You made a mistake. So what? Doesn't change anything. Hashem knows. The Rebbe said it matters. He made a answer because our thoughts, our judgment of another person affects those around us. Just as that's why Lashon Hara is such a terrible thing. Speaking ill of somebody else at the other end of the world damages that person, because when it's true, Lashon Hara is always true, because by speaking the words we stir those negative properties. Same is also true the opposite. When you speak good about someone, you strengthen, even they don't even hear it physically, certainly if they hear it. They strengthen that person's those virtues, the power of words and even thoughts, positive thoughts stir and negative thoughts destroy, build, destroy. So just as speaking ill of someone strengthens the negative traits within them, that's positive thoughts can evoke the merit in the other. That's what the Rebbe said at that Fabrengen. So at the end of the Fabrengen, the Rebbe turned to some practical business. This is quite surprising, friends. Someone that hung up large posters in the shul advertising a fundraising dinner for the yeshiva. The Rebbe said, I'm not sure the connection to what, but anyway, I'll read you the story. It's nice, said the Rebbe, and a good thing, but for a newspaper. But in the shul, since the event would benefit children, promote chinuch education, there was room to discuss whether the poster should be hung outside the shul. Here, but within the shul, not appropriate. Nonetheless, the Rebbe said they shouldn't take it down now, wait till after Shabbos. Not sure, maybe you can tell me the connection between the second half of the story and the first, judging favorably. understand the connection to picking up the papers, but judging favorably. And he's just telling us that's what happened at that Fabrengen. Maybe there's no connection, but just showing that insight. But the end of the story is a very good thing.
Maybe the people that hung up in the science, he was judging favorably.
Judging them favorably, yeah, maybe that. Yeah. But the bottom line lesson from the story is quite amazing, isn't it? I mean, you're coming, what's the message? So what's wrong? What's wrong putting up a sign for a dinner to give money tzedakah for chinuch? The answer is, l'chura, if it's not respectful, why is it not respectful? What does disrespect mean? What is this? What we find in Hilchos Shabbos and Hilchos Yom Tov, that the whole of Erev Tavshilin, it's all a respect thing. If we don't cook on Yom Tov for Shabbos, why? Because it's disrespectful for Shabbos. Even though Shabbos is holier. But now it's Yom Tov. You have to make an Erev Tavshilin, you start cooking before for Shabbos, so you can add to it. So what disrespect means, you're not into what you are fully. You're using this moment for something else. It could be a greater thing. Shabbos is greater than Yom Tov. But now is Yom Tov. And now you got to be into Yom Tov. Now in Shul is davening. And Shul you're talking to the Eibishter, and Shul, tzedakah could be higher. It could be that if not could be the choice, go to Shul and give tzedakah, don't go to Shul and give tzedakah. Give the money. But if you're meant to be in Shul now, then that's where you have to be invested. That's respect. Respect means not to use something for something else, even if that something else is greater. Respecting a person, therefore, means respecting them for who they are. For who they are. And you engage that person on their level for they are. And not, I'm dealing with you because I'm going to get some other benefit. That's disrespect. It could be nice, but you're disrespectful. You're using them. Maybe the good thing. And I never heard the story. I heard the story. An advertisement for fundraising, very good, but not here, not now. And the question is even outside the shul. As you're coming into the shul before you go in, could you put it there? So that could be debated. I'm just going to conclude with, and I don't know if this is with Rebbe's consent or not, and I don't know if it still goes on or not. But Chaim, you still do it? In nowadays, and earlier, when a person got married, he put up a sign.
Yeah.
Still there? And I'm sure guys,
guys in the back. Yeah, there's a
little wall there on the back. It's really not in the shul proper. I don't know if it's appropriate or not, and but anyway, someone what happened guys have put the invitation. It's a beautiful thing. An invitation to his wedding on the top of your hand, right? So all Anashim Tamimim. Everybody's invited to his wedding. In those days, literally, it was a very small community, and someone got married. Montreal was that way in the early days. Someone got married, the entire community was invited. They still do it. So it was at the back of the shul. Does that fall into this category or not? I don't know. It's in the back of the shul, lo yodea. But it's done. Rightly or wrongly, it's done. But the message we got here, we're going to daven. You daven, everything else very important. Now it's davening. When you learn, you're learning. When it's dark, it's dark. That's respect. Being invested in the moment and in the person fully for who they are and their value. Have a wonderful day.